What do you recommend for, the younger guys looking to have a better dating life, and maybe they deal with some challenges of how to meet a highly attractive woman, right? Let's say you're a 20-year-old guy and you're kind of like, well, what do I do to put myself in the best position to have a great sex life and have a great dating life? Like, what would your advice be to them?
I think in today's day and age, you got to kind of look at it like a marketing problem. Let's say, not that I highly recommend like online dating, like dating apps and Instagram game and things like that, but it's a good example of what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
A lot of guys are an amazing catch. Like they're a 10 out of 10 product, right? Like they're in shape, they're funny, they've got great friends, great network, like they make an amazing boyfriend or whatever, but they sell that product terribly.
Yeah.
Right? They don't put it out there, and they're not putting it in the right location either. So like advertising, let's look at it from an advertising perspective. I might have the best billboard ad you've ever seen. It's the funniest ad you've ever seen. But I put it in rural Kentucky where there's no one driving around seeing it.
Yeah.
Instead of putting that billboard on the M1. Where are you advertising is just as important as the advertising itself. If you think of your dating problem as a marketing problem, obviously you need to work on the product too.
Yep.
I think that's actually an easier problem to solve. It's a far easier problem to solve, the product problem than the marketing problem. The marketing one is a strategic one. If you're trying to focus on like dating apps, you're trying to focus on Instagram, how are you presenting yourself? 80-20 rule of that is literally just have a friend who's a great photographer. Or hire someone who's a great photographer. Learn how to dress better, learn how to pose better, learn how to take interesting photos, and learn how to present an interesting lifestyle.
Yeah.
And don't be fake about it either. Present your lifestyle as best as you possibly can to attract the kind of woman that's going to be interested in that, and then put that in front of the right people in the right place. So not that anyone and everyone could be like a content creator, influencer, whatever, but everyone can make like short form content.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it, right? You can actually express a lot of your personality through things like short form content on an Instagram page, irrespective of if you're like a content creator or not. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
I say this a lot to even just like my friends that are maybe not, in like the influencer world or, maybe the online world. It's like, you're still a personal brand. Like you still want to display the best side of yourself to everybody. And whether that's, getting 9 good photos on your Instagram, which a good photographer has taken to show you in the best light, maybe highlight some cool places that you've traveled to do some stuff like this is like some really small, quick wins that you can just share that, you don't have to have a Lamborghini. You don't have to, have the best body in the world. But if you can be like, hey, look, this is me. I dress well. I've got some cool friends. I do fun things. My life is an adventure and a roller coaster. And if you're a girl, you can come on this with me. Like that's a great little thing that you can just add in that doesn't really take up too much effort, any faking and things like that. Right?
I like the way you said it. It's a small win. Yeah, it's a quick win.
It's a quick win.
It's a quick win. It's like that you can do that in like a weekend.
Yeah.
Really, like with a plan, a good photographer, some helpful friends, you can show that in a weekend.
No, you make a good point, and I think being around other men as well helps that, and having a good set of boys as well, because speaking of James, like when we were living together in Birmingham, we would all go out, and when we were single, we would kind of dare each other and push each other to do this stuff and to get rejected and to say something funny or charismatic to a girl and amusing, and that camaraderie there actually helps a lot. Whereas I think if some men and young guys are isolated from other men, they can get in their own head, right? You can overthink and you're kind of like, oh, well, fuck this, I'm not doing that, bloody blah. Whereas if you're with one of your mates, they're going to be like, stop being a pussy, man, come on, like let's go out, like come on.
But also making the rejection fun.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a complete mental hack, and that's a genius thing. You're taking the part that you fear.
Yeah.
You're taking that socially awkwardness, flipping it on its head, making it the game, making it the funny thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember we did used to do this back in Australia too. I remember this. Like I remember this one little game I used to play where the first girl I talked to of the night, I would make myself say, "Hey, I'm Stirling. I've got HIV. I'm legally required to tell you this," just to see how much she would laugh at it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get rejected.
Yeah.
I'm trying as hard as I possibly can to get shot down that first one, so it takes like the pressure off.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely relate to that. Like one of the things that I used to do when I'd go out is just a simple, again, a quick win. You just have a really good conversation with a taxi driver before you go out. Like just get in that zone of being social and being fun and kind of like bouncing off people, right? Yeah. When you're bouncing off people like that, the approach or you going to talk to a girl doesn't feel like any stress or anything because you're in a different kind of paradigm and you're in a different zone. Whereas if you're kind of like, oh, okay, I haven't spoke to anyone at a bar like this with really bad body language and like you're not sure whether you're going to talk to the girl, then you try to go up to her, like that is going to be a disaster, right? Compared to if you're already in this fun, free-flowing state, interacting with people, cracking jokes, laughing, like high consciousness stuff, it's going to be so much easier to just chat to anybody.
It's like warming up for the 1 rep max on your bench, right?
Yeah.
You don't like walk into the gym cold and stack the plates and go straight away.
Yeah.
Like you got to warm up to it.
Yeah.
Right? Same concept.
Yeah, 100%. And I think as well, like not trying to get anything out of an interaction is also a really good thing. And I think that was one of the things that I maybe struggled with previously, was I would go into an interaction hoping to get something, when actually if I just took away like the outcome dependency of anything, and I was just like, hey, I'm just going to go out have fun. I'm going to speak to her, speak to him, whatever happens, happens. Yeah. You're in such a easy kind of mindset because you're abundant and you don't attract this like needy energy that sometimes comes with it, right?
Completely.
Yeah.